Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Skyvan Experience. Today we're finally getting around to installing our backup camera. Here's the little camera right here above the license plate. Um, you need that for obvious reasons with this van. The van is big, we have no rear windows, you can't see anything behind you, so this is a real necessary upgrade if you're thinking about getting one of these vans, one of the first things that you should do. So let's get started. This is the backup camera that we decided to go with, and there were some very specific reasons we decided to go with this one. First of all, I like the smaller display. It's only 4.3 inches, so it's not overly big, taking up a lot of real estate on the dash, but still lets you know what's going on behind you. Secondly, I like the fact that it's wired. In the past, I had had wireless backup cameras, and they always seemed really kind of laggy, and the quality just wasn't very good. So we like the fact that it's wired. It's very good quality. Second or thirdly, the price, 43 bucks. We thought that was a pretty good deal for this. So those three things made this the pretty easy choice for us. So I didn't film this part of the installation because it's pretty self-explanatory. You see it just bolts right into where the license plate goes. And what's really great is that with the Sprinter you have this black piece right here which contains the license plate lights. And then all I had to do is kind of notch it out to get the wire to go up in there, which made it really easily. Then you go around, open up, and that bolt right there holds the license plate light frame, and that bolt, where is it? Right there. And it comes right out. And then here is the wire, which I have running up to the door. And that's all there is to installing the actual camera part. Very easy. It comes right through that existing grommet right there. So pretty easy to do. Alright, so I'm going to be running the lines for the backup camera through this tunnel. I guess I'm calling it a tunnel. This rubber weatherproof boot thing that connects the body to the doors. Apparently these little plastic pieces are notorious for breaking, and I've already broken off part of it. So somebody suggested using a pick to try to get the little tabs down, so I'm going to give that a shot. Hopefully they don't break, otherwise you got to reroute all the wires to get it through. Anyway, I'm going to give this a shot. I changed picks because I couldn't get the right angle with that other one. Can't get it. Oops. Well, I broke it. There's where one tab goes. There should be a piece there. There should be a piece right there. I'm just hoping maybe I'll put a little silicone around this after I do this. Alright, new plan. I could not fit this part, I don't know what this part is, of the camera, of the, beats me. Anyway, it would not fit through that rubber boot. So the new plan is, this might actually make it a little easier for me in the future. I think I'm going to go ahead and drill a hole in the door, a small hole, grommet it, drill a hole in the body, and just kind of route the wires that way. Pretty much my only solution right now. I would have loved to have used the existing stuff, but that's just not going to happen. So time to get out the drill bits and get creative. There we go. I need to see if I have a grommet that'll fit in there. There we go. Found the perfect size grommet. I'll be able to fit a couple more wires in there. Now I just have to find a good place to drill over here. I'm thinking about right here. Need to check behind there. It's clear. Nothing is back there. That's good. All right. A little bit more.
Love those step drill bits. They are the best. All right, got the second grommet in. So I've got one right there. Got one right there. The plan is to go ahead and run my wires right up next to this rubber piece and zip tie it on there so that they stay put, and everything should be good. Let's wrap this thing up. So here's my camera connections. This one obviously is going to the camera. This one is heading up front towards the display. These get connected right here. I got a great variety of heat shrink from Amazon the other day. Let's see which size might fit. Oh, perfect. That's perfect. That is perfect. So then I connect these. Only one way to do it. I'm going to take it a step further too. I'm going to put a little liquid electrical tape around the connection. Let that dry. And then I'll heat shrink it up. And it's dripping everywhere. Perfect. All right. I'll clean that up and we're going to be good to go. All right, next step, go grab the heat gun, heat shrink this, and this part will be done. Now, I just have to run it either down or up. And this is just going to be a quick and dirty install because, again, eventually that headlight is going to come down. I'll reroute all this later on. But for right now, I just need something so I can look behind me. There we go. Shrinking, looking good. Done. So I tried to put some of this conduit around the 3 wires just to kind of tidy it up, make it look a little bit nicer. But every time I went to close the door, it was too stiff and it was starting to get pinched in there. So I think I'm just going to take these 3 wires, zip tie it to the rubber tube here and call it good for right now. If I can think of something in the future, I'll change it up. But I just want to make sure it does not get stuck. And that is perfect. Good. It works. Eventually I have to drill a hole through there. Okay. Keep on going. That will be good for now. One thing that I think is kind of cool, but I'm also a little ambivalent on, is that the battery is right at the footwell of the driver's seat. That's a good thing because it makes it really easy to take off these panels. And I should be able to route the wire right along the seat base here, lift up the entire rubber built-in floor mat, and run it right over to where the 12 volt power outlet is. So it's pretty easy. All you got to do, there's 2 Torx right here. Take those out. Lift up this little plastic deal, and then you've got total access to go right underneath the floor mat. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Bring you in, let you see what this looks like. So I've got the floor mat up. There's the battery right underneath there. So I'm just running the wires over there. All I need to go is to about right there. So let's see if I can get it. So I need to figure out where to mount. I've just got way too much wire here. I want to mount the display up there, obviously. Let me just go ahead and plug this in so I know where that's going to go. At the end of the day, I guess I'll just kind of zip tie that stuff up. Or maybe I can shove a lot of it underneath here. I'll do that just for now. Yeah. That's perfect. Look at that. It's not even noticeable. Actually, it's a lot noticeable. But for now, to be safe, I think I can live with that until I can figure out a more nice way of doing it. Let me go grab the mount. Well, check it out. I think, for the time being, I'm going to put it in my snazzy phone holder that's right in front of me. That way I'm not distracted by looking up or around, and maybe I'll get another phone holder for that cup holder over there. But for right now, I think that's going to be pretty good. All the wires are still just kind of jumbled up down here. I'll tighten all that up later. But again, I got to go back to work tomorrow, and I just want to make sure I can see behind me. It's been 3 weeks of not being able to see very well. So I think that'll work for now, and it's looking pretty good.
Nighttime performance of the camera is about what you might expect. With headlights behind you, it can get a little washed out, not very clear. But again, I was kind of expecting that. It can be a little distracting. Luckily, you are able to turn the unit off by hitting the middle button in the back. Daytime performance is really, really great. It's a very clear display. It's got kind of a fisheye to it, so it gives you good peripheral vision. Also, with that, however, the old saying, objects in mirror are closer than they appear, applies to this thing too. Um, if a car is behind you and it looks far away, it's actually pretty close. But anyway, the display is really good, nice and clear. I like it a lot.
Well, thanks for watching. Sorry if this one was a little disjointed, lacked some continuity. Literally, when you're trying to figure this thing out and film at the same time, it's kind of difficult. It's like, oh, I got to start the camera. Oh, stop the camera. Oh, move the camera. So it's not as easy as it looks. The pros on YouTube really make it look easy. Anyway, I hope maybe you got something from this. If you don't mind hitting that like button and subscribing if you want to see more to come. But at least for right now, I got my camera. So thanks, and we'll see you next time.